me just 25 HP to nothing.
It pulled through.
It did in fact
Oh,
pull
yeah.
through.
Pip went from like no damage, literally no damage, to 38 damage in one.
Hell yeah.
That was okay. The wand has proven itself. That's good.
And so, as you
It's okay if it all gives us beards full of feathers later. It's okay.
as you disintegrate this banshee, you watch as the pieces of her ethereal form begin to float away, and begin to get pulled towards the mountains.
What?
Not
But-
again.
But not before Gabriel tightens his grip and the tether pulls those pieces back in, and like they all get gripped together and almost tied into a knot, like a small little braid, and they're braided together and pulled into this string of fate, and is pulled gently into the corpse of Elena. And
Excuse me.
there's a moment where you all kind of take a breath after that harrowing combat. But then coughing.
Slash me sucks up battery and bag of holding.
Okay.
Goes back.
Misty steps in, Misty steps out.
As you watch Elena's body on the shore of the river awaken.
Pog.
Should be standing over her. Sorry about your neck.
Oh my
yeah. It
Oh
seems
my
to
God.
have reformed and not. She's not twisted around like an owl, like the way you.
Oh my God.
We
And at this
healed
point,
that. It's okay. We fixed it.
the
Oh,
fog
thank God.
kind of dissipates a little bit, and yeah, it just everything just seems to the crows and the ravens, the eyes kind of go back to normal, and everything just seems to return to the way it was. The sunlight begins to pierce through the fog once more, and you are left here with Elena, and she kind of looks up at you, Zax, and what the hell happened? It was just 1 minute we were getting out of there, and next minute, kind of looks down at the kind of holes in her shirt where she got pierced by the arrows. At this point, Doug, who was watching from above the fog, has come down
Fucking dick. Sorry.
gently. Not looking too pleased. But he's all right. And just kind of sits on the rock nearby. He's got his chef's apron on. Okay. He kind of looks up at you, Zax, and kind of puts a hand out for you to help her up.
Yeah, I'll slowly, lift her up out of the water.
She kind of gets up and brushes herself off. Kind of looks around as you all kind of stare at her. Did I do something wrong? Is everything all right?
I'm going to silently stare at Gabriel. Just
Hero's hat's like falling off. He's just whooped. Any? No. But yes.
Do you remember anything from what just happened?
I remember getting shot with a bunch of arrows. I remember that. And then
right.
not so much.
You died, Elena.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm glad I'm not dead anymore. Who have I got to thank for that?
I'm gonna
And
point.
it's gonna...
Not trying to brag.
I'm gonna point at Gabriel and look at her and say, "You have his goddess to thank."
Well, and I think Doug had a hand in it too.
Right. Well, Doug did his best, but it was Gabriel and whatever tether is there that kept you here. Those gods you protest so much about, at least from what I hear.
And you know, we also vanquished the banshee that tried to possess your spirit and take you away.
I think there was something or someone on the other end of that. I don't think that was Elena.
Yeah,
Well,
sorry,
you
I'm gonna
remember.
drop Moonbay.
God, shit. And it was Doug.
She kind of turns to the angel. Kind of stumbles up. Without kind of paws to the like 9-foot angel with bulging muscles or anything. Is it right? Were you the one who brought me back? And Doug just kind of looks down with a somber look and kind of nods. And Elena kind of flicks her hair back, the kind of a bit of blood that she's got from a cut on her forehead, and kind of wipes it back. And she just says, "I wish you'd left me dead." And she kind of just spits at Doug's feet.
Ooh.
And just walks off away from Doug. Not before she walks past Belgor, and a look of surprise comes over her. And then, but she doesn't really take much time for it. And just kind of saunters off to a side of the river and just takes a seat as she kind of seems to be a little bit confused as to how to feel about being brought back to life by an angel. Given her feelings on everything, as we've been told by Belgro. So, what'd you like to do?
Did we bring our camping supplies?
Belgro. I don't suppose there's anywhere near here that we could stay, any sort of living quarters.
Well, not really, I'll be honest. But we did go from Balinor, so it's still kind of close. We could maybe catch a ride. We'd be pushing it though. Yeah.
Is Valinor headed towards the Horn Peaks? Or
It's kind of going in that direction. Why? Is that your plan?
I think it's likely our next step. Whatever is happening there appears to be a source of quite a bit. Gesture out towards the water where, her body was, or her soul was floating over.
All right. I'll get that sorted. Doug, and him and Doug kind of pull over to the side and get their whistles and stuff, and they're just talking, and they seem to be preparing, getting transport for you all. Meanwhile, on the side, Aldarion kind of grasps you by the hand and it's like, sister, I can't believe it. How are you? What is? Looks at the rest of the group. How did you find me?
That's a very long story.
It's very, very good to see you. I didn't really think it was going to happen again.
You know, I thought you were gone from me forever. But you're here, and that's what matters. So, how do you feel?
I feel weak. He kind of puts his hand out and attempts to druid craft a flower, and he does. He kind of druid crafts a small dandelion that instantly withers and dies. They've taken so much from me. I fear.
You'll get it back in time.
He kind of nods, not very confidently. I think I'd like to go home.
There's not really much left of home, sweetheart. But we can find a new home. I just have to finish what I've started.
He just grabs your hands tightly and just says, whatever it is, I trust you. You found me when I thought those shells were going to be the last thing I ever saw.
We'll just get you all somewhere safe where we can all rest.
He nods. And a short time later, the owls arrive, and if you would like, you may eventually, if you can stay here for a little bit if you want. But there is transport ready to Balinor if you would like. That being said, could you all make me a perception check, please?
Oof.
Wicked.
Jesus.
I fucking love this shield.
Okie dokie. Okay, Zaxxon and Enna. Actually, no. I'd say, if everyone but Gabriel. Sorry, Gabriel.
Yeah, it's fine.
You notice these sigils kind of painted on the rocks next to you. Initially you didn't notice, but now that you've kind of settled in for a minute waiting over like half an hour to an hour that you're waiting for the owls, you kind of light up some candles and some torches as you kind of camp up for a second. And you notice these sigils all over on the rocks, especially close to the riverbed, and the pathways that kind of lead alongside.
Do I recognize anything of the sort?
What languages do you speak?
I speak Draconic, Infernal, and Orc.
I would say Draconic, Infernal. I would say that you notice one of you would point out one of them in Orc that you can read. And then I would say
What about
Enna,
me?
you would notice one in Elvish. Pip, you notice one in Gnomish. And as you kind of moving around and seeing all these different they are sigils, but the sigils are like warnings. They're like just to get people's attention, and then there's writing in different languages underneath. You all translate and notice it's the same translation. It's only on the sides of the rock that is going upstream, which is towards, so like if you were traveling towards the Horn Peak Mountains, you would see these warnings, because the warning reads, the dead don't return, don't continue, in various translations.
Pip is gonna cast comprehend languages from his helm.
Yep.
And it takes a minute to read one page of text, but I imagine if most of these are sort of repeated, it wouldn't be much of an issue. Is there
you see
anything that stands out, like, as not that specific message?
Make an investigation check. With a 14, I will say that you managed to, kind of looking over all of these, you do notice something, not necessarily about the languages or anything like that. There's just a bunch of different languages that's been done, different handwriting. You notice that this is all old. It's all very old. Like this paint and like sigil and warnings were done a very long time ago. But what you notice is that in some of the writings, there's blank spaces. Like there's like a word or a string of words that is missing. And it's odd. Because if this has been here for so long, it's survived the weather. You know, it's survived, like, you estimate that this could have been here for decades, if not longer than centuries. So what could have, removed individual words on all of these translations?
Oh, shit. We just caused, like, a big problem.
Now, the missing things, like, Is this
Oh,
stuff
what?
that looks to have been removed or just never filled in to begin with?
No, it it definitely looks like in some of them it's like in the middle of a sentence.
Hmm.
We just did something that hasn't been done for allegedly hundreds of years. A resurrection, basically.
But I mean, it was brought up before
Yeah.
that people have been resurrected. Like there was a specific flower, if I recall correctly, that was associated with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it worked frequently, remember? And it was odd that that
Until
person didn't.
recently.
Until
Right.
recently. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's why Doug got out of the business.
But if these have been there for so long, then they would have existed around the time that Kazeth was open. Meaning that then
They are gathering whoever it is. I don't know if it's Casimir or someone else, but something is gathering power there, either through souls themselves
and
or
the souls. Yeah. Yeah.
or Casimir at least has some sort of idea with gathering of the magic. I think whoever is there is likely in a final gearing up for whatever this is.
So, Sock, can you describe the like the things we're seeing again? Is it on the like the big rocks next to the water, or is it like
Yeah, so it's like
stones in the water?
all around the water, and on the side of the river. Like, there's all these like warnings everywhere, as if people would be traveling upstream towards the mountains. There's just warnings everywhere.
Meaning that the closer that you get to the gates of Kazeth, the dead don't return from there.
And to give you some examples of like the blanks that you're getting, it's like you'll see like one of the oldest ones you can see that doesn't have like a warning sigil or anything, just looks like blank upstream. And then one of the ones that has like a warning sigil says like the dead lie blank.
Oh. Pip
And
is
you can tell they've
gonna
been like it just seems like completely clean.
Pip is going to cast detect magic.
Okay.
It's obviously gonna take 10
10
minutes,
minutes.
but so
Yeah.
if anyone wants to do anything between now and then, feel free to do so. If not, I imagine we sort of
We
just-
could camp here.
Not out in the open like this, not with the whispers being so close and angry as hell. They could stumble upon us. We have to go somewhere safe. We have to get to Balinor.
Gabriel, do you have one of those kits again? I'm still hurt.
Yeah. And I'll start whipping out a bunch of tools and stuff and can work it on Pip.
Okay.
Let me get that for you.
As they're doing that, I'm gonna walk over to Doug and I know that you work with the Dedalian archive folk. Is there someone that you in particular serve? I'll just glance at his wings.
He kind of shakes his head. I haven't served for a long time, Sonny. And I don't intend to, neither. That's why I wasn't exactly happy to, kind of glances over at Elena, bring someone back. I left that in my past.
Who before?
You get 8 hit points, by the way.
Do I?
You know what happened? You mortal folks call it the emergence, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was brought here during that to help out, do my service, and I was grateful to do so. I came here to help my lord, God of the Sun, Pelor. I was pulled from Elysium. You never been there, but the scrambled eggs are heavenly, I'll tell you that much. But when my lord left and took all his brothers and sisters with him, he left me here too. So I don't really feel like service is becoming of me anymore.
You know, Doug, don't think you are alone here necessarily, at least in the way of being abandoned or at least unheard by your god. I struggle with a similar thing.
Kind
I
of looks down at
apologize.
you with like a smile. Jackson, is it? I think you're doing a lot of good. But are you doing this for everybody else, or are you doing this for you?
I'm not entirely sure. There are some days where it feels nice to make a difference. There's sort of always an itch saying that it can be used in some way. No matter how good it is. It's difficult. My teachings taught me that doing these things is objectively right, good. I do feel that, but there's forever an itch that sort of it talks to me, saying, how can this be spun to get what I want? And I'm not even entirely sure what that is. Just feels good to be doing something. I feel my best in a fight.
Kind of smiles and leans back. My advice, service is fantastic. It's divine. But you're only a soldier. Being on your own, you know. Be your own compass. Don't rely on a god or something else to guide you. That's my advice. You'll feel better for it. And get something you enjoy. I like cooking. Scrambled eggs. Can't keep killing things all day.
Well, I suppose you're right. Thank you, Doug.
Gives you a nod.
Meander off and sort of just sit by the river.
I think Pip finishes casting Detect Magic.
Okay. Yep. What are you looking for? Where are you looking?
Around the stones with the writing on them.
There is a slight magical element to them, of abjuration. But you figure out pretty quickly that it seems to be like some kind of magical ink that these people have used to make sure it doesn't ever come off. This was put here with aforethought, with the intention that this is a warning that needs to stay here and never go away.
And is that consistent amongst all of the rocks?
Yep, some of them, it looks like it wasn't magical ink, but someone has come over after the fact and like applied like a magical ward to protect the ink and the paint or whatever was used. Either way, throughout all of them, they are protected from the weather and any kind of removal. So again, applies the question as if these are magically protected, why is there things missing?
Well, fuck.
Man, if only we had a huge library that we could look this stuff up in. Oh, wait.
Yeah, last time we went in there.
Listen,
Things
we
in-
ain't fighting no damn Cambion again, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's anything.
So at this point, Belvoir like pipes up.
Rest.
Right, what are we doing? The owls are here. Are we going to Balinor or are you staying here?
Oh, we're going.
We're going? All right,
We're
hop on.
going.
And you'll load up and montage sequence. You'll ride on your giant owls to Balinor, and you arrive a short time later in the city of Balinor. Is early evening, but you are in fact in Balinor, a very familiar location. You've been to many a time before. A comfortable and safe location, it seems, at this point. Let's have a look. Actually, no, let's do this one. You arrive on the flying whale in the sky. It's a bit of a darker evening. As you're kind of flying above some darker clouds. The sun has set at this point. All right, where would you like to head? A few options for you here, but Belgore's kind of taken, your lead here. Where'd you like to stay?
Frederick!
Somewhere safe.
Frederick's mammy.
Okay. Is that where you want to go?
Yes. Also, I will be right back.
No, that's fine. We'll take a short break in a second. All right. So if you're going to Frederick's mother's house, then you head on down there. Are you bringing all of the hostages with you? Or are you kind of selling them off?
I mean, for right now, we'll bring them with us.
Okay. All right. So you eventually make your way to Frederick's mother's house, and you knock on the door, and it kind of opens a little bit, and oh, hello. Oh, it's you again. And she kind of lifts their glasses up slightly. Come in. And she kind of lets you all in, and then there's a good amount of you in here now, and the living room's kind of full. Belgro does kind of perk up, and he's like, we can stay at the safe house if you like, or I can bring it kind of points at the hostages. Do you want me to bring these folk elsewhere?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay. Kind of brings them out. Especially after Belle Evanhart's husband was asking after her, and
yeah, he's got a baby to see.
Yeah. So they all head off to reunite and things like that, and Elena's like wants to get to bed and get back to being a powerful mage, but she's got some resting to do first. But yes, they all head out, and it's just the lot of you for now. Chuck's kind of still resting up on the sofa, sleeping it off. But as she kind of rests here, Frederick does turn up. It's like, oh, hi. I didn't expect you all. You're here. Good to see you. I'll make some tea. And kind of goes into the kitchen and starts making a cup of tea for you all. Sure, you can stay in my mother's house again, as he kind of mumbles to himself in the kitchen.
Listen, I kind of forgot the safe house was in Bellinor, okay, so shut up.
And we'll take a quick 10-minute break, because I need a bathroom break and stuff. And Kirby's gone, so... All right, we'll come back in 10 minutes.
All right.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I forgot. I picked my feet, so I was so excited about them, and I full forgot that I had them in that fight. Fuck.
banshee. That's crazy.
Yeah. Poor Pip, dude.
No, got bodied by a
Yeah.
scream. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man, this is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's good.
This is getting intense. This is getting intense. I knew that was why they weren't resurrecting. It had to do with something. It was just
Hmm.
spicy. So spicy.
Yeah. Hmm.
Meow, meow.
Hello.
What?
You know,
You know, bruv.
welcome back.
Hello. Is the Raven Queen hot?
You're so dumb.
Is it even worth it?
Hey, listen, you just threw away her holy symbol. What do you mean?
She didn't help for shit.
What do you mean? She's the reason that bitch lived. What? What do you mean didn't help?
She was mean.
I'm back.
Hey,
Are we rested? What
you
happened?
haven't taken a long rest yet. No.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I called that motherfucker a bitch to her face.
Yeah, I'm sure
That's
that'll-
probably gonna end up well.
That's a great idea.
So where are we right now?
You're
We're
in.
at, sorry, go ahead.
Go on. No, you go.
We're at Frederick's house, that guard in Balinor. We're back on the flying whale.
Oh, okay.
And he's making us tea begrudgingly.
Was this the one where his mom was at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is she still there?
Oh yeah.
Pip opens the bag of holding and shows the arcane battery and asks,
Have you ever seen these before?
Hold on, I don't know if everyone's back here. Is Sun
"Oh,
here?
okay."
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. All right. She looks in. She's like, she puts her little glasses on and like flicks down a little magnifier on one of them. No. Why?
Well, I have some, as you can see, and I just wanted to know, what's they worth?
What is it? It looks quite. I'd go nice on my mantelpiece.
I don't know about that one.
Is Frederick?
He
In-
comes
in
in
the
like with a
Okay.
plate of tea and like lays the tray on the table.
Shows
So?
the arcane battery to Frederick.
His eyes kind of go wide a little bit. What the hell's is that?
Well, I don't know.
You don't
have
know?
Have you ever seen it before?
No, never seen anything like that. I remind you, we're a library city. There's a lot of books here.
All the more reason I figured I'd ask.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the folks in Balinor would be quite interested to look at it.
Is the night market open?
The fog market is open.
That one.
A lot of the time.
The night market is Valorant. I'm so sorry.
Jesus.
Holy fuck.
He's addicted.
Frederick, how have things been here since we left?
Not too bad. No more cultists, no more
Good.
attacks. So all in all, kind of gives you a thumbs up, kind of a half smile.
And your boss, Blackthorn or something of the sort, was it?
About that, about 24 hours after you left, he seemed to come to his senses. He says that Casimir visited him and did something to him, and that's why he was making the actions he did. Now, that was quite the claim. As you can quite rightfully understand, we had to confirm such a thing. So, the curator themselves, supposedly, came down. And there was truth releasing magics used. Those often saved for criminals and the like. An inquisition was held, where it didn't seem like he was telling the truth. So it seems like he was charmed in a capacity. Now, has that cured all our issues with him? Absolutely not. There's still, disarray through the ranks, and trust is at an all-time low. Because what if that was just a cover and he just answered the questions right? Nobody really knows. Though the curator trusts Blackthorn enough to stay in his position. Kind of holds his hands up. The city's safe. I am keeping my eye on Blackthorn, as are many others.
Okay.
But what about you all? How is your journey going?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what happened, but things didn't go so well for me. And then they went really well for me. So, everything's got its ups and downs. I was down, and then I was up, and then they were down,
That sounds delightful. Good. Wow. Okay.
We made our way to Dreadstone. We managed to free some of the magical folk there that the Whispers were taking from. I don't know how much you know about that in particular, but and after that, we set off a very large arcane bomb. So I don't know how exactly that place is doing anymore, but we managed to get out and to get rid of their magical reserves. So I think the Whispers are worse for wear at the moment.
His eyes kind of go wide when you say arcane bomb, and like, wow.
Yeah, just like this one.
Brings attention to the arcane bear.
All right, Pippenheimer, relax.
Would you mind keeping that inside of your bag? In my mother's house, there's a lot of china plates that she really doesn't want to break.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Pit turns the bag upside down and pulls an additional one out, and the original one puts back in.
Oh, delightful. All right. Are you staying here tonight? I mean,
No, we just wanted to check in and
his
see if
his
everything
mom
had
like
been
pucks like,
sorted.
yes. Well, you stay here tonight. I will make the beds, and you can have Frederick's room, and I'll make it up. And
I'm gonna just pat him on the shoulder.
He's like
just
face palming at the minute, and he's like, "Yep, that's fine. Of course."
And is
I
gonna
will-
hug him and run for the bedroom.
I was gonna say I was about to go lay down in his bed and fucking pass out.
Okay. Yeah, you will make your way in after yeah, his mother kind of goes in, makes up all the beds and stuff, and yeah, you have Chuck just sleeps on one of the couches, Frederick sleeps on the other one. There's a spare bedroom with some twin beds that Gabriel and Pip kind of sleep in, and you two can make your way into the other bedroom, and so you can yeah, you guys can take a long rest.
All right.
Yay, my
fuck.
spell slot.
Fucking finally.
The crazy part is I'm still sitting on 4
Oh, come on, man.
level 1.
Oh, that's right. We've gone to bed. Shit.
What happened?
Oh, whatever wants to happen.
All right, Anna, you and Chuck are the last ones. Good luck. Fuck! I forgot.
Alright, I'm doing the rest.
Sleep sucks.
Okay, I'm not gonna roll for Chuck, but we'll remind him next session. But Anna, could you make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh, please, dice, don't fail me now. I don't want horror.
It's gonna be 2 or 20.
Please.
Like that. That's it.
Stop.
Damn!
Damn.
Okay.
Peaceful night.
Yeah. Fuck you, Casimir.
Fuck.
You all thought, listen, you all might think you got away here, okay, but you didn't.
Hey.
What?
Fuck.
Stop.
So, as you all take rest for the evening, all of you, your dreams start off pretty nice and restful. Pip, you dream of the lightning bolt that managed to come out of your wand. What a beautiful event that was. The gamble of, what a good gamble that was. And, other of you have dreams of sleeping on clouds, but slowly but surely, infernal whispers make their way into your dreams, and they begin to turn into nightmares as your minds sink from the clouds of Balinor into the 9 hells, as you are pulled from your soft beds down through the clouds, through the earth, through planes of existence, and you find yourselves stood together. And you are in this small throne room. Is it a throne room? You're standing with all these small stone spikes and little toy, almost like a model recreation of a town on the ground around you, and you're kind of having to step next to it, and you can see each other, Anna and Zaxxon, Gabriel, Chuck's even there, stumbling around. And at the end of the room on the other side, you see this stone throne. And sitting on it is Casimir, book in hand. But then you kind of look around and you're not in a room. You look up and you see stars. You look around and the edges of this room are mountains. And then you look down at this